Hi guys, I'm back with Holistic Nutritionist Laura Ricci, and her and I are sitting down to bring to you answers to some of your confusing nutrition questions. So Laura, if you didn't see our last video, Laura is the creator of Kitchen Healing Co. So she has a real passion for nutrition and health, but also in terms of simplification of bringing healthy meals into your home. So she does meal prep, meal planning, and then delivered to your front door. So this is a beautiful offering that Laura has birthed into the world, and we're so grateful for this focus that you have, Laura. Laura, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions to, again, create more clarity around nutrition for people, because as you know, diet and nutrition are extremely confusing for so many of us, right? We know that sweet potatoes are good for us, but they're bad for us, and fish is good for us, but it's bad for us. And it just creates this like total chaos of what we're supposed to eat, that people kind of throw their hands in the air and say, like, I just don't know, I just don't care, you know, because everything is good for you and bad for you at the same time. So along with that being said, what would be 5 ingredients or 5 foods that you would basically encourage your clients to avoid?
Yeah. So one would definitely be vegetable oils. So these are things like corn, canola, sunflower oil, soybean oil, peanut oil. These oils are highly refined and unstable. They're high in omega-6 fatty acids, which oxidize easily and can lead to inflammation in the body. And this inflammation over time can lead to inflammatory diseases like heart disease, diabetes, obesity. So I would definitely try to avoid those. They're hidden in a lot of processed foods, so you kind of have to be a bit careful there. But another one would be processed meats. So these are things like hot dogs, deli meats, salami, bacon. I know everyone loves bacon. But basically anything that's been preserved using smoking, curing, or chemical preservatives like nitrites. These processing methods, they create carcinogenic compounds, which can lead to inflammation, and they can actually be cancer causing. So try to avoid those. Another one is pop and sugary drinks. So this is basically just pure sugar and empty calories. There's absolutely no benefit to it. So I would try to avoid them. When we consume things that are just pure sugar without any extra substance like fiber or something like that, it just goes straight into our cells, and they get confused. They're like, hey, this is sugar, but there's nothing else to this. I want to actually do something. Like, I need more substance, I need more calories. So then they send out the signal to the body that we're still hungry, we need more. So then we can end up overeating from consuming drinks like this. Another one is refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup. So high fructose corn syrup is found in many processed foods, and sugar in general is pretty inflammatory and actually quite addictive. So regular table sugar, which is just white cane sugar, it breaks down to sucrose and fructose. And sucrose can further break down to glucose, which can be used up by the cells. But fructose has to be metabolized only in the liver. And any fructose, it reaches a point where it can't metabolize anymore. So once that point's reached, the liver actually turns, or any excess gets turned into fat and can get stored in the liver. And this can lead to a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which can cause a whole host of problems. The last one would be breakfast cereal. So breakfast cereal is basically just sugar. It's interesting because we feed our kids this for breakfast, and then we send them to school and we wonder why they're having so much trouble learning, or they're having such bad behavior issues. And I mean, can you really blame them? They're just running off of pure sugar. They have nothing no energy that's lasting. They're just crashing, like the blood sugar is crashing. So I would love to see people incorporating more protein and fats in a breakfast instead of relying on breakfast cereal, which also combined with milk, which a lot of people eat cereal with, especially skim and 1% milk, that also just breaks down to mostly sugar, lactose, because it doesn't have the fat to kind of buffer that out. So yeah, it's all basically just sugar. And so we're just setting up ourselves for disaster there. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. And before I move on, just what would you, anyway, thank you for those. Those are all really awesome. And just a quick question around, like, what would you suggest feeding kids for breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is a good healthy option?
So something high in protein, like eggs with a healthy fat, like avocado. So you could do like an avocado toast with scrambled eggs, or a lot of kids really love smoothies. So you could make a smoothie that has fruits. You could hide some greens in there, as well as, you know, nut or seed butter, some things like flax or chia. There's lots of things that you can hide in a smoothie that to get some extra nutrition in for kids.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. What are your thoughts around